Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you coming from? Hello and welcome back to another episode of Semi-Hardcore Survival, episode 4. We're keeping this show rolling. Now, in the last episode, we got 3 beautiful algae towers up and running, so these are going to produce plenty of food when the sun is up. But for now, the sun is down, so we're not producing any more food, but we have plenty of food stockpiled in our food processor over here. 18 kelp crisp. I'm actually going to grab 5 more and just start eating away. Now, whilst we may have food production up and running, there are a few things that we still don't have yet. We don't have, for example, a place to live. We have this scaffold, but that's about it. Not to mention that our battery is out of power in 44 minutes. So, I'm going to have to go and start off by mining some iron, and then we need to try and see if we can get some power production up and running before it is too late. So let's get to it. Ooh, okay. I almost drove into the mining hole. That is far from ideal. Alright, let's start getting some iron. Oh wow. That is a lot of meteors. But they look absolutely stunning. Someone did suggest a mod where there would spawn spiders from the meteors. I think that could be a fun little gimmick for maybe a different series at some point. But for this one, I think I'm going to do without without that. Alright, let us dump all of this iron away. Now that is a fair bit of iron. So with this now, we should be able to quite easily make the stuff for a few wind turbines. So let's see here. There we go. Now, the question is, how many wind turbines do I want to make? Because I could try and optimize and make like the, whatchamacallit, the T variant of the wind turbines. One idea I had was to build longer poles out above the cliff edge and then basically have wind turbines off that. Now, the only issue with that is that this is not close enough to the cliff edge, so I'd have to build a long beam in order for that to look decent. So I'm going to have to do something different. In the assembler, let's make 10 wind turbines for now, or the components for 10. Then, whilst that is being crafted, I'm going to go and mine some more resources, as we also need nickel, silicon, and some cobalt if we want to be able to progress. So I need to locate a cobalt deposit alongside starting to mine the nickel and the silicon deposits, which shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. I mean, there was a cobalt deposit there, but it's a little bit close, or well, it's not that close to the base. I think I need to stop being a bit picky with where I grab my resources from, because I am spending a lot of time driving, just trying to get the resources. There's the nickel. Let's go and get some of that. Next is silicon. Now I need to just find the hole where I already dug up some silicon, which is right over there, actually. That makes this a lot easier.
Inventory full.
That's enough silicon, and I need to make a GPS so that I remember where it is this time. I don't have to look for it. Now, last thing on the list is Cobalt. I need to find Cobalt. And I just found Cobalt. Excellent. So all of that is kind of over here, which is pretty good. Cobalt. Excellent. Right. Let's dig down to it and grab some of that beautiful, beautiful blue ore. Oh, I can smell the cobalt. It is almost within my grasp. There we go. Oh yes, we can do a lot of things with this. We could actually get ourselves a flying miner with this. Or a flying scout, or... Oh, there's so many things that I could actually make with just having access to cobalt now. Could make turrets, could make a full-on refinery, there's... Oh, the possibilities.
Inventory full.
And there we go. 2 loads of cobalt, 2 loads of silicon, and 1 load of nickel. That should be pretty good, I think. So let's get back to base, and then let's make ourselves some wind turbines. Here we are. Okay, right. Battery. 5 minutes of power remaining. That is far from ideal. Oh, and we are out of computers. That's not good. Right, we'll start by refining the silicon then, damn it. We need to be quick. We need to be swift. I mean, to be fair, I can just make new power cells and then just re-weld the battery, which I think is what I'm gonna have to do. Right, let's see. So, we have 2 minutes, 20 seconds. That should be enough time to get the power cells. Then with that, I can just re-weld the battery. Alternatively, I just make another battery. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just so that I have some power for now. Ooh, unknown signal. Hello. There. Okay. So with this battery now, my base will get to live for a little bit longer. Until we at least have ourselves a few wind turbines up and running. Right, now as for where to make these wind turbines, that's a whole other question. I'm not actually entirely sure. I could build 2 wind turbine towers on either side of the algae farms, but I'm not sure how that would look, so I feel like building them over here is going to be the best bet, because then they won't actually block for the kelp production. So let me let's make some more steel plates, plenty of girders and construction components alongside small steel tubes, because now I actually have some iron that I can use to make this sort of stuff. And let's see, let's get some steel plates, some construction components, some girders, some interior plates. Then let's see if we can't make ourselves a bit of a wind turbine tower. I think we'll just extend this out from over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let me just see how far away I built the Okay. So that was a space of 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to come there. Then from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Right, okay, so let me see. How do I want to build this? How do I want to build this? I wish I built those a bit closer to the ground, maybe. But it's fine. Right, let's build this up here. Because what I would like would be... What if I make, like, a cylindrical column in the center going up, like so, and then I build stairs all around, like so. You'll see my vision soon enough. I have an idea. Whether or not it'll actually work well is a whole other question. Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I do that up until this point, like this, then what I can do from here, you know, I could do a battery up here. Yeah, I could absolutely get away with doing just a battery, like this. And then what I'm also going to do is catwalk. For now then, I'm just going to do like that, just so that I get some access over here. Uh-oh. That was dumb of me. That was idiotic. Right, okay. Well, at least now I can do this on my way back up again. So this will give me access to get up to the wind turbines once more. Then let's see, let me just do a meal pack real quick. Could do an ore detector on top, just to do some nice structures up top. Right. Let me just build like that for the moment. Alright, let's see. So if I have one battery, I guess I can do a heat vent then. Or I just do another battery. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure how I wanna do this. You know what? Let's just be basic as all hell and just do 2 parachute hatches. Then I'll do a cylindrical column again, there, and then let me... Now I'm actually going to have to do this. Then let me do a cylindrical column there. This is kind of tricky. Alright, if I do that, then I can do this and this. Then I can do this. Aha! Like that, and like that. And then I'll also want to just quickly get up here, and then on top of this... Oh, can I not make an antenna yet because I don't have a beacon? Well, fine, I'll do a beacon. Beacon might look better up here. Then, with all of this in hand, I am going to just build out over here so that I can then place a wind turbine like so. And then I'll place a wind turbine over there, but I need to weld up the beacon first. Right. Let's run back down, grab some resources to do exactly that, and then let's get this show on the road. Is this tower actually going to look good? I have no idea, I'm just trying things. because I don't usually build all too much in survival. I usually prep it in creative and then bring it into survival, because I am very indecisive and don't know what I want, and get unhappy with the things I make. Right, let me get some oxygen. There we go. Let me eat some kelp crisp. There we go. And then let me grab some more resources and run back up the stairs. I'm just glad I went for stairs and not for scaffold or for the ladders. Ladders would take a while to let me get up here. There we go. So now we have a beacon. And then I'm gonna weld up the parachute hatches as well. Could have probably gone for other blocks, but just going for the parachute hatches. I feel like I should have gone for like some sort of computer block instead. Which I could do, actually. If I do like that, then I can remove this block. And then place some sort of computerish block up there instead. As for what block that might be, let me have a look and let me see what I could actually put up there. You know what, let's just do an inset button panel. That should do the trick. And then grab some of the stuff for cylindrical columns. And then we go back up again. We keep going up and up and up again. Right, so let's see. The inset button panel. I think we'll want to do it like that. Just weld this up. There we go. Probably would want something other than the parachute hatch then, but you know what, that's fine. It'll work for now. I can always replace it later. The entire tower's probably going to be replaced later, but we have one wind turbine up and running. Let me now see if I can get a second up and running. And then I'll actually check and see if the height and everything is how you'd want it. Why are the wind turbines? Wind clearance optimal. Current wind speed is low. That's the problem. So I think actually on this LCD panel, I'm going to do apps, and then I'm going to do a weather. Low winds. Okay. That is good to know. Then I'm going to weld up one of these, because I brought the materials for it. There we go. Then I weld up at least part of the second one. Then I will get the materials for 2 more wind turbines alongside the last 2 cylindrical columns. And then we'll be making some wind power. There we go. 4 wind turbines up and running, now generating power for us. So I no longer am gonna have to worry about running out of energy, because these are going to produce a lot of power once the low winds are over. Now the one thing I need to do, the sun is rising, so you know what that means. That means turning back on the kelp or well, it's an algae farm, but they make the kelp, so let us turn this back on. All of the hinges, they are good, so custom controllers, turn back on. Oh yes, look at that. I'm a little concerned about when they do the wiggle. They've done the wiggle a few times, but I mean, they seem to be fine. So I'm just gonna trust it. Right, next thing. Let's see, what do I need for the scaffold? Small steel tubes and girders? Because now since I have the wind turbines, I gotta finish the tower. And for that, I'm going to need some scaffolds. As now you will see my plan. Let me see here. Here we go. Stop that. Alright, it's because they can't aim down further. Right, let me actually see if I can fix that. So, let me see here. What are the hinges at currently? Minus 76 and 76. So if I put them to minus 70 and 70, that should make them... Yeah, that should not make them clang out anymore. Oh, and they are already starting to generate more delicious food. Or, well, delicious and delicious. Not sure how delicious it is, but we'll find out soon enough. But for now, I gotta finish this tower. So, montage time. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell? The fuck? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you coming from? What the fuck? What the shit?
Your health is low.
Yeah, I know my health is low. What the fuck? Where the hell?
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh great, and a meteor storm is inbound. Fantastic. What the hell? This just became creepy as hell. There are spiders on this planet? Why the hell did they start showing up? What the hell? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Oh no. No, 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 no. Alright, well I have some meat now, I guess. But still, that is... Oh, I don't like that. Ooh. Right, well let's... With that threat dispatched, let's just get back to building. I've nearly used up all the iron building this tower. It is really unnecessary. But it'll look nice. Or at least look decent. And that is what it's all about. And to be fair, I am almost done with it. Let's see, do we have... Yeah, low winds again. So I'm starting to think, as it turns out, it's not that good of an idea to use wind turbines on this planet. I thought it would be a good idea, but according to, well, this, continuously happening, then that's clearly not the case. Small steel tubes and girders, that is what is needed. Oh, and alongside I need to fix the central column as well. Because I did kind of shoot at the spiders a bit willy-nilly. Central column is what's left, alongside that one little piece at the top. And other than that, the wind turbine tower is effectively done. Just one more piece. And there we go. The tower is now done, which kind of works both like a wind turbine tower, but also like a watchtower in a way. This was probably really unnecessary, but you know what? I do not care. I think it looks pretty sweet. At least it looks decent enough. Plus, this tower can then be repurposed later on for different things. So at least we're generating some wind power, which is what matters. So the batteries then should be, yup, they are recharging very slowly, but they are recharging. So the moment a sandstorm rolls around, that tower is going to do some work. But I think before then, I need to go get some more iron. If I want to be able to make myself my little base, my little shelter, I am going to need some iron. That's for sure. Here we go. Alright. So got plenty of iron that now needs to be refined. And I brought some components with me on accident. Whoops. Oh, that's alright. It wasn't too many components, luckily. And there. Okay. So now that all of that is being refined, what I need to do now is first of all set this to be refined, at least some iron. Then second of all, I need to grab myself some resources so I can make some form of layout, I think. So the important thing to start with is just making the layout, basically. That's going to be the most important thing to start. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's be 9 blocks away. Okay. So I have an idea, at least part of an idea. Whether or not said idea is gonna work remains to be seen. So, what I'm gonna need to do is first of all have some of these floors. It's difficult to know, but let's see. So if I imagine that this is how it's going to be, let me just do this. So you'll see my vision soon enough, but if I want it to be 5 by 5 inside, then that means it'll be like this. I'm not going for something huge to start with, keep that in mind. I'm just going for something decently livable, is the way I choose to describe it. So, decently livable. Let's see. So, following that, I need to use some of the floor pieces to just fill this in. Like so. So this is going to be our parking area, which you probably already gathered. I don't really need the interior ramps though, I'm seeing. That's lightning. There is an electric storm on the way. Good thing we have our lightning rod, so that's going to hopefully take care of that. And then we get to see if the lightning rod has any range, because if it does, then that means I'm going to have to put a second one there to attract. Dang it, I completely forgot about radiation. Oh, and the electric storm is going to... Oh, there we can see the lightning rod working already. Right, well, this storm came at an inconvenient...
Health is critical.
Ow. That's... Okay, that's not good. So, the lightning rod does have some range from the looks of it. It's not going to attract every piece of lightning. Which isn't great. I just got struck by one. And I can't exit my rover yet. Well, it is doing its job. It is attracting some of the lightning, at least. Which is better than it hitting the algae farms. Even though the algae farms are, well, they've already done enough work, so if I lost one of them, then that's completely fine, honestly. At least it doesn't seem like the electric storms last for all too long, which is a good thing. Well, there you go. So the lightning rod is really doing work. That is fantastic. Now whether or not the storm has fully gone remains to be seen, but I think I am good enough to go. So I'm quickly going to heal up, just so that I'm healed and ready. One thing I'm also going to do is in ammo, I'm going to make some pistol magazines. Because as it turns out, we can get attacked on this planet by spiders, of all things. So I want bullets. I need more bullets. There we go. Okay, 10 mags. That should be plenty. Right then. Back to the building. So I'm just checking this. Because to begin with, I want this place to fit this rover effectively, and that it sure does. It does so with ease. So I don't have to necessarily worry too much about that for now, which is great. Let's see. So it won't be able to line up 100% with a inset connector. But you know what? I think it's going to do the trick either way. I'd have to lower the suspension a little, but that's fine. That is completely fine. Alternatively, I can remove these floor pieces, but I'd rather keep the floor. Do I need those though? I kind of don't think I do. If I just do that and just do this, yeah, I can work with that. Yeah, that should be fine. Alternatively, I can always just reduce the size of the base slightly. As, again, it is temporary, so you know what? I am changing the plan. Because I don't need something this huge to begin with. Did I hear lightning again? I'm going to be a little annoyed if I heard lightning again. Okay, so let's do it this way. So we will have a 3x3 interior. It's not much, it's not large, but I can work with it. Right now I need a shelter that doesn't take all my resources, and that can be at least usable. So, and I think I will actually go with the yellow, no. Right, let's go with the black and white stripes. Then let's do that, and then let's get some scaffold. Like so, and like so. Same goes on this side. Like so, and like so. We're actually not gonna do the scaffold there. Going to instead have actual light armor slopes, maybe. Yeah, no, I think so. Okay, light armor slope there, light armor slope there and there. And then we are slowly starting to take damage from the sun. See, what I could do as well is I could make a garage, which would allow me to work on the rover without the sun being a problem, which could be an idea. Right, let me work on making this part first, and then I can figure out if I make it a garage or if I make it whatchamacallit. If I make it a garage or if I make it a just a outside thing. So what if I just do have it on the side, like so, and then secondary door because it needs to be airlocked, like so. I do want to get these resources back, so put you in there, and then I just rush over here and get my resources back. Weld those up, which means that I'll unlock gates and hangar doors and whatnot. Oh, that'd be expensive. That's my one worry. Those things are going to be expensive as hell. At least I have a sliding door, and there's an unknown signal, which is a bit too far away, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. Right, here we go. So there is an airlock. Not too bad. Then I think what I could do, can I not make an air vent? Hang on a minute. How am I supposed to pressurize if I can't make an air vent? Where is it? I have to make an O2H2 generator?
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, and there's a meteor storm. Of course there is. Well, it looks beautiful. Now, speaking of, do we want to make this harder? Do we want spiders to come out of the meteors? Let me know, and if you do want spiders to come out of the meteors, I can experiment. I just need to make it too. I don't really need it. Well, there. Now I've unlocked it. So now I can get the stuff for vents. Air vents and whatnot. Oh, and I need food. Let us go and grab some food then. How much do we have now? 59. That is just... We are making so much kelp. Like, my goodness. Okay. So let me see. Vent. Need a vent to pull in and a vent to exhaust out. So if I start off with a vent to exhaust in, alternatively, I can put it in the floor, which would open up opportunities. Then let's see, because if I do like a scaffolded walkway, that would work in theory, because the vented air is able to go up and through the floor. So, but in that case, instead of having the animated one, we could go... Actually, no. I'm going animated. I want the fancy one. Yeah, and then we can do like that. I'm actually out of steel plates. Would you look at that? Well, then, what I can do as well, just to give some ambiance, I can add a window to the side of it, so you can peer into the airlock, is my thought at least. Whether or not that is a good idea. Part of me wonders if I'd rather have something up against this wall, and I think I do, so gonna do that, I'm going to get the other scaffolding block, this one, like so. Going to grab the resources for that one, and for the air vent. Then I'm also going to tear down that O2H2 generator. Then we can set up a system so that it pulls out the air before the airlock is opened. I mean, I don't really need it, but I just kind of want it. So I'm gonna have it. Though at the same time, it's difficult. It is really difficult because I need to utilize the space, but at the same time, I'm like, it might be best just to do like a normal airlock without the fancy air vent in the middle and what have you. Yeah, probably best. Well, at least you now see that building with me takes a long time. It takes me a while to build, unfortunately. Well, at least we can figure out the rest of the layout in here. So we'll have walls going along here, boom, boom, boom. Kind of basement type. I would like to have some windows or something, some way to peer out into here. So I think if I go window walls, which just sells me even more that I need to sort of get rid of this. So okay, if I have a window wall down here, or window walls, I think then what I'm gonna do actually, no wait, because hang on, I completely forgot there's going to be a connector here. I'm being a bit of an idiot. So if there is a connector here, that's not going to leave much room for a window wall now, is it? So, and that means there's also going to be a connector, or better said, a conveyor output here. Which means that I need to figure something out. Need to figure out something clever. Let's see. The assembler, ideally, let's see. Because we do have the industrial version, which can be buried into the floor without much issue. So I think I'll do that. Bury this into the floor like that. Then, what I can do, if this is here, then that means that ideally I'd probably want either a cargo terminal or a cargo container. I do want to try using the new cargo terminal, so I'm honestly thinking cargo terminal. Yes, Meteor storm inbound. Whoa, 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 whoa! Spiders! Spiders! Whoa! Oh! Okay. Okay. They are showing up now. They are starting to show up. I don't like it. I don't like it. But if you guys want more spiders, then I'll do it. I will do it. Right. So, basic refinery. If I do like that, if I have the refinery there, that means that conveyor will continue on through there. And then L shape means that I can also run a conveyor upstairs. to the survival kit. Oh, this is tricky. It's tricky, like. If I do that, then I can put the refinery here. And then I will throw a... Because I believe the cargo access terminal is just a fancy small cargo container. So I think if I just put the cargo access terminal there, this door will be moved, if I can grind it down. Oh, I hear lightning again. So building up this base is going to take a while, is the way I'm gonna put it. It's going to take some attempts. Let me use my rover to drive over here, get some materials, and also check the welder so that we don't make a mistake. Yeah, okay, still got plenty resources. I'm more than good. Right. Let's put just some of this away into the cockpit. Ow! I don't like that. Well, that's what I get for not having a lightning rod right next to where I make stuff. I need the stuff for a cargo container. And then I need to sit and wait for the storm to calm itself. Ow. Hopefully it's a brief storm and that it passes quickly. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. The lightning rod is doing work though, keeping that safe. Our wind turbine tower is unharmed at the moment, which is good. It is generating plenty of power, which is also very good. And I got killed by the lightning. So there goes all my buffs. All my buffs are gone. Yep. I'm not a fan. Ow. I'm really not a fan. We need more lightning rods. That's what we need. At least it looks like it's easing up a little, which is good. Right, give me some metal grids, because I need some. Sweet, thank you. Right, let's see. Let me grab the stuff for some stairs. Not that many stairs. I just got double teamed by a piece of debris and by lightning. Had I not been double teamed, I would have been fine. Right, that's 2 more deaths. In the base, I will have a board where I write up all the deaths that I get. So we'll keep track. We'll keep track. Right. For now, let's just keep doing some work on the base, so that I can maybe get at least a little bit of it done. That would be nice. Okay, there we go. That's...
Your health is low.
I hate lightning damage, but that is part of what makes this difficult, so we're sticking with it. I'm not getting off that easy. And there. Assembler up and running. Then it's also the cargo terminal. Is there lightning again? It doesn't matter, because the connector, this beautiful, beautiful inset connector, can be rotated. Now, of course, I need another steel plate. But it can be rotated, which makes this easier. Then hopefully I grab the stuff for a small... I don't think I did. So I'm gonna go grab the stuff for that and heal up. Because then what I'm going to do is grab the stuff for another cargo container. Gives us more storage to play with. I still have some interior plates on me, I think, so that's going to be where that comes in. We're gonna place a cargo container down here, followed then by a conveyor T-junction. Okay, grab the stuff for those. Then I am also going to want to finish the floor pieces and what have you, just to get that done. But first, get some of the functional stuff up and running. There. Okay, good. So, airlock is now finished. Main production is now finished. And there's also opportunity to expand underneath here. So we could, for example, lay an O2H2 generator underneath here, go into here. So there are tons of things that can be done. Now the next thing that should be done, most probably, is a way up. Now I was thinking that stairs would be the best idea, but at the same time it's difficult to keep stairs compact. I did sort of want to have, whatchamacallit, let's see here. Let me just get up here so I can see. Because I could just have this base be 2 blocks tall, effectively, at least interior-wise, and then rearrange some of this stuff to make it a bit more, not necessarily appealing, but, because I did have, or I build it one taller. Yeah, I think I'm going to build one taller. So in that case, I need a stair that goes 2 blocks up in height, which means that this is an option, doing it like this, and then having just a catwalk type thing here. Though at the same time, it would have been nice to be able to fit like a speed module or something on top. So part of me wonders, do I go with a ladder? Do I go with a ladder? That is the age-old question. And then, if I do go with a ladder, do I go with a ladder shaft instead of just a, well, ladder scaffold? If I do this, and then do that, and then have one more, that means that this becomes a little production nook. And then I can also put something here, like barrels or something, I don't know. Maybe a shelf or something like that. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I will just finish up the front patio here, and then we will have a think until next episode, I think. So let me just do this, and then do this, followed then by having a railing on either end, like so. That's not too bad. Now let me just go and grab the resources to make said patio real quick. There, here, and lastly, there. So, at least, that effectively finishes up the patio, apart from this ramp bit, but that's something that can be done next time. I need some more parts to be made up anyway, so... But I think for now, that is going to be it, at least for this episode. So, do let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for this base. I am just getting started, so there are There are many possible ways to take this, but yeah, I think that is going to be it. So if you liked it, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you all in the next one. The wave still doesn't work, so goodbye.